welcome back to another episode of Wit, Grit, and No Bullshit with your girl Cyn City. I missed you guys. I know I just saw you last week, but dang, being in this house be having you going through it, We're going to do it a little different today. It is Saturday. Normally, when I am recording for you guys, it is on a Friday, but today is Saturday. And so those that are the real ones, the ones that are down, they know your girl, y'all know what it is. It's Sin Sipping Saturday. Yes, let's go. We gonna get litty in this. Okay, well, we may, but not on here. Anywho, so for Sin Sipping Saturday, because it's still spooky season, today's drink is a Ghoul's Mule. It's quite simple. It's only got a few ingredients. It's got vodka. I didn't feel like leaving my house today to go get plain vodka, so we used what was in the house, and we used vanilla. And I'm kind of glad I did, because it is fire in this drink. So some vodka, some grenadine, some ginger beer, and some lime juice. And of course you got to rim that thing with some red sprinkles. But yeah, it's quite delicious. I would have gave it a 10 if the ginger beer wasn't punching my esophagus every time I take a sip. But other than that, it's fire. If my husband was here, he'd probably be like, it's too sweet. I know, it's just too sweet for me. Whatever. But yeah, it's swever weather, or getting there, at least here in Louisiana. And it's been raining and cloudy. Yet the sun will come out for a few minutes, because, the weather here is quite bipolar. And then it goes right back to being gloomy. So it's going to start raining, if it hasn't already, probably the next 20 or 30 minutes. But yeah, so we're going to do this episode a little different because it's Saturday, because there's a lot happening today. If y'all don't know, there's a versus battle happening today that I'm pretty damn excited about. It is going to be Cash Money and No Limit going at it bar for bar, album for album, hits after hits. Both sides got great music in their catalog. However, I'm a little biased. I was real hard on Cash Money back in the day. I used to bump all that shit. I actually bumped No Limit too, quite hard as well. I had so many artists from both sides music in my catalog, so it's gonna be a good one. I can't wait to see how it goes down, but I know it's gonna be a good show. I'm a little salty though that they're doing it. I want to say I saw that it's happening in Vegas. Why not do it in New Orleans? Like, duh, they're both from New Orleans. Most of the other versus battles, the artists are from different places. You may have some that are from like the same state. I think there was one or two, but for the most part, they're from different places. They both from New Orleans. Like, it would have only been proper to do it in the Superdome tonight. Like, I'm just saying. But yeah. Also, we're not gonna do like the normal show of how I go over the news and what's happening in hip-hop and sports and all that. We might get into some of that just because, but we're not going to do it in a normal pattern that you guys may be used to. But I'm so ready to kick it with y'all tonight. And you know my rules. I like to keep it anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes. It might be shorter, might be longer, but also LSU is playing right now, or about to start playing, so that may also make me wrap this up a little faster than usual. I already know they're gonna stress me out, because they've been stressing me out for the past probably 3 weeks now. And then WIT's not playing tonight, and with WIT being out, I already know our defense is gonna struggle a little bit, because he is the captain of the defense and he is what makes shit happen. So yeah, I don't have warm and fuzzies. And y'all already know how I feel about Ness. Good kid and all, but I just think he ain't it. And we really need to see what the backup can do. I'm excited for Pop to get there. If y'all don't know who Pop is, he's a star here in the Shreveport area. He plays for Evangel. The boy is nasty. if you look up his stats, you're like, God, dog, and this kid has committed to LSU, so I'm excited to see what he can go down to Baton Rouge and do for us. And I just think it's time for Ness to go to the NFL or do something else. All right, because he makes me cuss him out every game. I'm trying to be nice in what I'm saying right now, but if y'all heard me every game and hear cussing him out, y'all would think I have something wrong with me. But he be having my nerves bad. And Brian Kelly needs to go somewhere else as well, because LSU ain't for him. Anywho, so besides that, other stuff happening currently. Everybody knows the government is shut down. It's been shut down for what day are we on now? 24, 25? I don't even know. My days have been running together so much since the government shut down. I will think it's like a Tuesday, and then I find out it's Thursday or Friday, and then my kids be judging me, telling me how you didn't know what day it is, because I don't know. I haven't left this house. Like, the most I do is go to the store or drop one of them off or something like that. So yeah, there is no sense of reality right now, because I don't be knowing what day it is. Okay, so y'all can leave me alone with all of that. How you don't know what day it is, Bob? Like, what's wrong with you? Because I don't leave. I just be sitting in here. Like, my cleaning lady hasn't been here because I said, baby, I love you, and I do love what you do. However, ain't no sense in you coming here when I'm sitting right here and ain't doing nothing all day. I can clean this house. I didn't want to. I don't want to, because this house is so ridiculously large. Thank you, Kevin. But the bane of my existence is obviously my kids' bathroom. I don't think they understand how angry I get every time I walk in that biatch, because y'all have the most beautifulest bathroom in this entire house, and y'all treat it like it's a used up condom. Y'all just throw it all around. Like, just don't care. Y'all just don't care. Okay, that bathroom be a hot mess sandwich every time I walk in there. And every time I walk in there, I get angry and get an attitude. So you would think that they would keep it somewhat decent because they tired of hearing my mouth, but apparently they like hearing it, because I think they like to see me get mad. I really do. So it'd be stressing me out times 10. But yeah, how is the furlough going for me? Well, before I talk about me, let me just say that for all of my brothers and sisters all around the U.S. that's going through it right now because of this government shutdown, I am sorry for what you're having to experience, especially if it has to do with stress-inducing headaches or can't sleep or any of that because of all of this. Man, I feel you. Just remember that stress can kill you, okay? Especially when you have no control over this situation. And I'm not only talking to you, I'm talking to myself, because I have to keep reminding me that stress can kill you. Especially when you can't control none of this. The people that are in control of this are still getting paid. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But yeah, we have no control over this situation. All we can do is sit around and wait and hope for the best. But a lot of people are going through it right now. You have people who are at home, can't go to work, and can't get paid. Don't know if we're going to get back paid, because that conversation is thrown around quite often. And then you have people who are mandated to go to work because of the positions that they hold, deem them essential personnel, yet they're still not getting paid. And then the military is having to make up all of the work of all the people that are not there from their civilian counterparts, and do all that extra work without the pay. So, you know, they are supposedly supposed to get paid because there is a donor, an anonymous donor that donated $130 million to ensure that the military gets paid. But yeah, I'm tired of the blame game of each side, blaming each side. I have no political party or affiliation, so I think that's why I get more mad, because listening to both sides talk crazy out the side of their neck, and then neither one of them are doing their job, kind of frustrates me. Especially when I'm just trying to do my job and can't, and also have bills that have to be paid. Especially, I got a senior, and y'all know senior year is expensive as hell. Every time you turn around, they need money for something. And then my freshman also needs money for something every day. And then, the bills keep coming in. I just had to go buy a new pair of glasses, okay? And people were giving me a hard time. Hey, go to the VA and let them give you... Hey, man, look. The VA was already struggling with all these layoffs that they're going through. And then now with the government shutdown, I'll pass. I'll pass. If I have to tap into my savings to make sure I have glasses so that I can see, I'm going to do that, because my condition that they're watching me for glaucoma, they've been watching me for glaucoma since I was in my early 20s. And so I don't take going to the eye doctor like with a grain of salt. Like, I take it seriously, because I don't want to, start losing my vision. And that's my concern, like, all the time. Especially because I have so many issues where all of a sudden my eye, like most people eyes twitch, right? Mine will not only twitch, but it will twitch sometimes. The longest it twitched was when I was TDY, this last TDY. My eye twitched for almost a month straight, to the point where I couldn't even concentrate. I couldn't do anything because I was losing my mind on how bad it was aggravating me. And every time stuff like that happens, I freak out, because I know they're watching that eye for glaucoma. And so I'm like, is this a sign? Like, is this, a precursor to me coming down with it fully? Because right now I'm borderline, and I've been borderline since they diagnosed me with this. And so I don't play no games when it comes to, like, I'm seeing a specialist, and I'm having to pay for that. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is, but I rather see the specialist and pay for it and know that they will potentially catch it as soon as there's any changes in my eye or in my vision. So, yeah, I'm good on that. But, yeah, so now, because, once you get over 40, your vision starts to decline anyway, but I already had terrible eyes since I was a kid. My astigmatism is hereditary. How my brother didn't get it is beyond me. And so far, neither one of my kids have developed it, thank God, because if they had it, we would have known, because they caught mine when I was a kid. And so I've probably been in glasses since kindergarten or first grade. And it's obnoxious. My astigmatism is so bad that I can't even wear prescription contacts. You'll see me with colored ones on every once in a while, but I always have my glasses on because my astigmatism is that bad. And my astigmatism is so bad that I have to wear sometimes sunglasses at night just to be able to focus on the road and keep the lights of other people's cars from bothering me. So I just bought some new glasses that are supposed to help with that. So we'll see how that goes. But like my ability to see up close now is getting bad. So I had to get some progressive glasses. I'm like, dang, I know I'm old now. I'm in the progressive lenses. But I ain't in the bifocals yet, so we just gonna chop that up as a wig, you feel me? That's how I told you. It's like right in the throat. So yeah. So that's like, I think it was like $430, almost $500 for them one pair. One pair of glasses, bro. But hopefully it makes life a little bit easier for me, especially because I have to look at a computer all day when I am back at work and read stuff. So hopefully it helps, but yeah. So besides that, like just being in the house constantly, trying to keep myself occupied. I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart and cleaning. My husband is probably ready for me to get out of here and go do something else. But that's how the furlough's going for me. You know, making a lot of TikToks, putting out a lot of content over there on the TikToks. But yeah, speaking of TikTok, I don't know if y'all be on TikTok, but I do. And I be on there doom scrolling like a mug. Let me tell you, I have come across this lady. Oh, I think her name is Shay. She's from the UK. I love this lady. I'm terrified of her, to be honest, though. She scares the hell out of me. She is the lady, if you haven't seen her TikToks, that everyone will show up and show what they're bringing to the cookout or to the party. And if she doesn't like what they're bringing, she will give them some kind of torture chamber, sentence them to death, to the hole, whatever. Let me just say, I've learned a lot since watching her TikToks, and she's all over my For You page right now. I've learned a lot, okay? I've learned about torture chambers that I have never heard of, and I am concerned how she knows about all of these different torture devices. The Judas Cradle, there's about 17 other ones that she's named, and I'm just, every time she says one I haven't heard, my dumb self goes and Googles it. Why I do that is beyond me. I need to stop doing that shit, because every time I go Google one of these new torture devices, my face is like this the whole time. And my biggest concern is, like, who are the people that came up with these? Like, something was seriously wrong with these people back in them days. That y'all came up with, like, what in your mind were able to make you come up with this? Oh, one of the ones that she said was the pear of anguish. That device terrifies me. And the ways and the reasons that they used this device are sickening. I forgot what the reason was for why they would put it in someone's mouth, but there's 3 different places they would normally use this: your mouth, your buttocks, and for women in your JJ. And for your buttocks, usually they use this on homosexuals. And then in the women's JJ, this was because of they thought they were practicing witchery. They thought they were witches, or because they may have committed adultery. Either way, these devices that she names terrify me, and the fact that she knows them all terrify me. I don't ever want to post any of my food on TikTok at this point, because I'm afraid she may see it, and I don't want to be sentenced to death or to having any of these devices used on me. And not only does she sentence you, she may even sentence your Uber driver, your lawyer, your witnesses, for God's sake. Like, I just don't want no smoke with her, is all I'm saying. I don't want no smoke with her. I'm good. Hard pass. So if you haven't seen her, go look her up. I want to say it's Say. Let me see if I can find her real quick. But yeah, she terrifies me, and I mean that in the most nicest way possible. But she definitely, I want no problems with her. But yes, Say forever.
This lady's videos.
But
the pair of anguish for you.
I love watching this lady.
Yeah, if you come across her, go follow her, give her some love. But yeah, don't show her any of the food you're bringing to the cookout, or to a party, because you might get a pair of anguish. All right. But yeah, so other than that, like, it's been some stories that I have come across lately on the TikTok. There have been some doozies. First of all, I don't understand why some people feel the need to tell the stories that they tell. Some things are not for public consumption, okay? Like the fact that your ex cheated on you with one of their siblings. And not just one of their siblings, like their biological sibling. And that biological sibling not only slept with your ex, which is their brother, but also slept with the stepbrother and got pregnant by the stepbrother. Like, I'm just like, what is happening? And why are we telling everybody this? Like, I would go to my grave with that information. I would. Then there was another young lady who was on there whose boyfriend was cheating on her with his brother, which was a stepbrother, but the stepbrother was actually transgender, and so the stepbrother used to be a female, and so they started sleeping together when she was a female, and then when he transitioned, they continued to sleep together. However, he would only do it in the bathroom with the lights off so that he couldn't see that he was a male. I'm like, what? What? Please stop sharing. Like, we don't need to know. Just keep it to yourself, okay? Like, just not everything is for everybody. I think I could go my whole life not knowing this information. And then I saw TMZ posted a story about a dinosaur egg that was found. And this dinosaur egg is intact, has not been opened or cracked, and it was found in perfect condition. And these mofos is picking it up and holding it and taking pictures of it. I lost my everlasting mind when I saw this. I'm like, please, for the love of everything sacred, put it back. Put it back. This is how we had Jurassic Park. This is how we got to Jumanji. This is how COVID-19 happened. Just for the love of everything sacred, put it back. Haven't y'all learned y'all's lessons about touching shit that don't belong to you? Like, I get it. I get it. You're an archaeologist. That is your job. That is how you make money. But sometimes don't. Sometimes don't. Just take a picture of it. Leave it where it is. Walk away. Like, I don't know why it's so hard. I don't know why it's so hard. But, hey, you know, some people's kids, because can't be me. I'm not touching that shit. Like, no. And I guarantee they're going to take it to a lab and try to make that shit open up. I'm just not here for it, okay? I feel like this is why we're in the times that we're in now. For touching shit that don't belong to us, okay? Just leave it alone. I know y'all have all seen everything going on with the sports scandal. If you don't know what I'm talking about, there is a scandal that's happening across so many different avenues right now, from NBA players to NBA coaches, officials, all caught up in a federal gambling investigation. This is with them doing illegal betting operations and insider information. And the people that are getting caught up in this, I'm just like, what was y'all thinking? Like, what was y'all going through? Like, you got Chauncey Billups, bro. Chauncey, I never in my life would ever think that Chauncey Billups would do no crazy shit like this. Like, I thought he was like one of the good guys who, like, nah. He one of the main ones. And he's a coach currently for the Portland Trail Blazers. And I'm just like, Chauncey, what was you thinking, bro? Then you got a player that played for Miami Heat. He was a guard, Terry Rozier. He's also caught up in this. But this goes across to a lot of different things. A lot of different people are involved. And I just can't wrap my mind around it. Like, what was the reason? What was the reason? Like, it's just bananas to me. It is. Y'all are just wildin'. Hey, and for those that didn't know, yesterday was the Six Gods birthday. Big up to Aubrey Graham, aka Drake, on turning 39 yesterday. If you didn't see him, he was out at the World Series, getting his parlay on. He said, hey, we finna be litty. We about to be out here in these streets. It's my birthday. I'm turning 39. OVO gang. Hey, gang. But yeah, so he celebrated his birthday yesterday. And I really feel like we've covered almost everything today. I feel like we've had a lot of good talking points. I also asked for you guys on the Book of Faces, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, like everywhere, to drop questions. And didn't none of y'all do it. Y'all said participate for what? I get it. You may not have time. You may be busy. You may be stressed out because of the furlough. Once again, remember, don't stress out, because stress could kill you, okay? But yeah, make sure y'all are dropping questions, man. I'm going to read your questions live in the next episode, if anybody provides any. I'm thinking about doing a live episode where I stream it live on YouTube. That way y'all could participate in the actual episode. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. But like I said, I don't want to keep it just boring. I want this to be interactive. I want you guys to get something out of this. I want y'all to have fun as much as I have fun. But I can't do that if y'all don't participate. And if I continue to see the numbers and views decrease, then we might just stop it. We might just say, hey, this ain't it. Maybe, this just ain't for me. But it is what it is. I do want to end this episode on a strong, positive note, talking about a very inspirational story that has been touching me. Yeah, don't take it there. But this story means a lot to me because it's one of my friends' son. My friend Jeannie, her son Liam, or Will, however you may know him as, this kid is a fighter. Will, right before he graduated high school, I would like to say it was a couple months before his graduation, got into a terrible car accident. And when he got in this terrible car accident, they thought he would never walk again. This kid has proven everyone wrong. All the doctors, everybody. They said he'd be in a wheelchair forever. And Will said, who? Not me. Will has fought his ass off to make sure that would not be the case. Mind you, this is an 18-year-old kid who has his whole life ahead of him. In an instant, his life changed forever. But he didn't allow that to define him as a person. He didn't allow that to stop him from being who he knows he can be. Will said, I'm going to show y'all better than I could tell y'all. Will just completed a great program with ATF down in Dallas, I believe, or Fort Worth area. In this program, there are numerous other athletes that are a part of his class that just graduated last night. I got to watch the graduation on live. Man, if I was closer to this facility, I would volunteer my time in a heartbeat because of the phenomenal things that they're doing for people. All of these athletes have gone through some type of trauma, some kind of incident that has injured them in a way that they've had to fight back and take their life back. Whether it's from being shot, whether it is a car accident, whether it was being downrange in a deployed environment and something having to do with combat. These folks, I want to say he had 13 folks in his class total, but all of them had crazy stories that they've had to endure, and none of them allowed those stories and those incidents to stop them. They all found their wit, their grit, and their reason to push through, and they pushed through. They had to go through 9 weeks in this course. This course probably pushed them in every way possible. It probably made them feel like it wasn't possible. There were probably days that they probably felt defeated and tired and wanted to give up, but they looked around in the room and saw other people in similar situations continuing to push through. They saw their battles, their wingmen, the young kid next to him that could give up and said, why should I give up when they're still pushing? I'm telling you, I was touched by the stories of all of these individuals in Will's class last night. It did something to me. It moved me in a way I didn't even know was possible. I know that I gotta find a way to give back and to get involved in programs like this. So that's my next adventure, is to find something similar to this program, because I gotta do it. But Will, nephew, when you see this, you're my hero. I've been emotional ever since I've seen that this happened to you. You know, I always say that God doesn't make mistakes, right? He puts people in your life for a reason. He puts you in situations for a reason. And we may not understand it at that moment in that time, and we may feel like, why me? Why am I going through this? But it's something that you're supposed to go through. It's the path that you were put on, and you just got to figure out why, and you got to push through it. In the old neighborhood we lived in, I met Jeannie at a HOA meeting, and we've been locked in since then. Jeannie is my ride or die. I love this chick. When I tell you, the people of Louisiana is different, right? We just different. We have a whole different seasoning on us, all of us, every color. It don't matter what color you are, you got some seasoning in you somehow. It may not be a lot for some of us lighter melanated people, but Jeannie ain't one of them, alright? Jeannie got the seasoning on her. She got some slap your mama something in her, but that's my girl. And to see her having to be this badass mama bear and take care of her baby and watch him go through this and watch him come out on top, man, I have so much admiration for Jeannie and for Will, and they know if they ever need anything, I'll ride at dawn. But yeah, so like I said, God puts people in your life for a reason. I'm thankful that He put Jeannie in my life, and I'm thankful to have watched Will go through, you know, maybe one of the toughest battles he'll probably ever have to go through. But watching him go through it showed me and showed him what is possible. I know that anything he goes up against now will be a walk in the park compared to this. And his drive and dedication has given me a whole different perspective on life. And I don't think he realizes how much he's impacting others through his story. So to my nephew Will, I love you, man. You are the true definition of wit, grit, and no bullshit. So to close out this episode is dedicated to Will. I love you. I love you, Jeannie. Until next time, love, peace, and no fish grease. I'm out.